Imagine civilizations flourishing where life itself should recoil. Empires built not on fertile plains, but on soil saturated with poisons, on land that screams of toxicity. For centuries, our understanding of ancient history has often painted a picture of humanity conquering its environment, bending nature to its will. Yet, beneath the dust of ages, in the forgotten pages of our past, lies a perplexing historical enigma, a paradox that challenges everything we thought we knew about survival and progress. Welcome to Echoes of Time, your portal to these forbidden grounds, where we journey to the most perilous corners of antiquity to unearth secrets that have long eluded our history books. The central mystery is stark and profound. How did some of history's most powerful ancient empires not only survive, but thrive on lands deemed uninhabitable due to extreme toxicity? We are not speaking of minor inconveniences, but of environments riddled with hazards that would devastate modern societies, where the very earth was imbued with the power to sicken and kill. This is a journey to uncover archaeological evidence, ancient texts, and scientific studies that force us to reconsider the incredible, sometimes terrifying, depths of human adaptation and resilience in the face of overwhelming ecological adversity. Our journey takes us to regions where the ground beneath ancient feet was laden with lead, mercury, or arsenic. We explore the ruins of Roman mining operations, where vast quantities of these insidious elements were extracted, leaving a poisonous legacy. We delve into the remnants of early metallurgical societies, whose very craft, the forging of metals, intrinsically linked them to landscapes rich in toxic ores. We explore the ruins of Roman mining operations, where vast quantities of these insidious elements were extracted, leaving a poisonous legacy. We delve into the remnants of early metallurgical societies, whose very craft, the forging of metals, intrinsically linked them to landscapes rich in toxic ores. And we examine communities that chose to settle near naturally occurring geothermal vents, places of geological activity that spewed forth not just heat and steam, but also a cocktail of poison-laced compounds from the Earth's volatile core. These were not isolated incidents. The sheer scale and longevity of some of these settlements suggest a relationship with their toxic environment far more complex than simple happenstance or fleeting occupation. For generations, historians and archaeologists have grappled with these ruins, the silent testaments to human persistence in the face of an inimical Earth. Traditional explanations have often pointed to a fundamental ignorance on the part of these ancient peoples regarding the long-term health effects of such exposure. It was thought, perhaps, that they simply didn't understand the invisible dangers lurking in their water, their food, or the very air they breathed. Another common theory posits a sheer lack of alternative resources, forcing these communities into environments that were hostile but offered some other irreplaceable commodity, be it a vital mineral, strategic location, or fertile enough land amidst an otherwise barren landscape. Yet, as we delve deeper into these historical mysteries, the inadequacy of these explanations becomes apparent. The scale of these operations, the vastness of these empires, and their enduring presence for centuries, even millennia, suggests something far more sophisticated than mere ignorance or desperation. It hints at ingenious ancient solutions to problems we consider uniquely modern, a forgotten narrative of human ingenuity and environmental interaction that challenges our contemporary understanding of what constitutes a toxic environment. The very term forbidden ground seems to echo the modern apprehension, but perhaps for those who lived there, it was simply ground, understood and managed in ways we are only now beginning to uncover. Consider the enigmatic mining cultures of the Iberian Peninsula, where millennia ago, societies meticulously extracted metals from ore bodies rich in heavy metals. How did they endure such sustained exposure? Or ponder the sophisticated water management systems employed by societies combating saline soils, an environmental hazard that, while different in nature, also speaks to an advanced understanding of environmental mitigation. These were not just about survival, they were about flourishing, about building empires and complex societies on the very precipice of ecological disaster. The exploration of these seemingly contradictory facts has led to several compelling hypotheses, each pushing the boundaries of our historical imagination. One such theory suggests that these ancient peoples might have possessed a forgotten knowledge of environmental remediation. Could they have understood, through generations of observation and experimentation, the subtle science of detoxifying their surroundings? We ponder the possibility of botanical filters, specific plants grown strategically to absorb toxins from the soil or water, acting as living purifiers. Or perhaps unique architectural solutions, designs that minimized exposure, created safer living spaces, or managed toxic runoff in ways we have yet to fully comprehend. These are not mere pipe dreams, but avenues of serious inquiry, seeking to recover lost wisdom from the echoes of time. Another perspective, equally provocative, suggests an overlooked genetic adaptation within certain populations. It posits that over countless generations, those living in highly toxic environments might have developed a greater tolerance to specific toxins, a biological resilience passed down through heredity. This isn't a widely accepted notion without significant evidence, but it opens a fascinating, if somewhat unnerving, window into the very evolutionary potential of humanity, suggesting a co-evolutionary dance between human biology and the land itself. Could the land have literally shaped its inhabitants, forging a people uniquely suited to its perilous embrace? This hypothesis would reshape our understanding of human diversity and environmental pressures, offering a biological explanation for survival where logic dictates extinction. A third, equally profound viewpoint challenges our very modern imposition of the toxic label. It argues that ancient societies might have had a fundamentally different understanding or utilization of these materials. Perhaps what we deem a deadly poison, they saw as a resource to be managed, manipulated, or even, in some obscure spiritual or practical context, revered. Their methods of processing, usage, or even disposal might have contained safeguards or practices that, from our modern, often reductionist perspective, are completely overlooked. They might not have considered these lands forbidden at all, but simply challenging, requiring a different set of rules for habitation and interaction. This challenges us to step outside our contemporary biases and view the past through its own lens, acknowledging that our definitions of safe and toxic are culturally and historically constructed. Yet, we cannot ignore a darker, more unsettling possibility, one that speaks to the brutal realities of power and class in ancient societies. Perhaps these empires simply had a brutal disregard for the long-term health of their lowest classes. Those at the bottom of the social hierarchy, slaves, laborers, the impoverished, often bore the brunt of exposure to these environmental hazards, toiling in the mines, working in the smelting pits, or living in the most contaminated zones. In this grim scenario, the survival of the ruling elite, and thus the empire itself, was ensured at a horrific human cost. This perspective forces us to confront the moral dimensions of ancient progress, illuminating the desperation and sometimes fatal flaws embedded in humanity's relentless quest for progress and power. It's a sobering reminder that history is often written by the victors, and the suffering of the unseen masses frequently remains buried, echoing silently beneath the grand narratives. Archaeological digs continue to unearth evidence, ancient texts are re-examined through new lenses, and scientific studies employ cutting-edge techniques to analyze ancient remains and environmental samples. These diverse academic viewpoints are not always in agreement, creating a vibrant and often contentious debate that illuminates the ingenuity, desperation, and the profound moral ambiguities embedded in humanity's historical journey. The challenge lies in piecing together these fragments of a forgotten narrative, understanding how societies navigated these challenges without the benefit of modern science or environmental regulations. It is a testament to human adaptability, but also a stark reminder of the sacrifices often made in the name of civilization. As we journey through these echoes of humanity's great history, we are forced to question everything we thought we knew about ancient history and environmental survival. These forbidden grounds, once dismissed as mere anomalies or curiosities, now stand as profound teachers, revealing secrets about our ancestors' resilience, their innovations, and their capacity for both collective achievement and devastating exploitation. They compel us to reconsider our relationship with the Earth, both then and now. What untold knowledge, what enduring lessons, what profound truths do these forbidden grounds still hold, waiting to reshape our understanding of humanity's past and its enduring, complex relationship with the planet we call home?